Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to tol!
Position once, even like, let's say it goes perfectly for Polaris and they're trying to siege that high ground, blink forward, spear him back into your base, burst him down, you know, where there's not actually that save from the rest of the team. And they end up going the Razor. Don't hate it. You know, it's they don't really have any way to be able to prevent the Razor from just straight up running at you with that. Oh, they're actually going for a little bit of an aggressive play here on the top side.
And Natsumi is in some
he's
trouble.
in trouble.
That he is. I mean, Mizu and Yokam, they've drained away a decent amount of damage here. It's going to be unfortunate for Natsumi. I don't know how he gets out of this. I mean, Mizu's still got a little bit of damage to work with. Maybe they're slow with the plasma field as well. Hopefully wasting as much time until Mavis can get involved. But now that the abilities are back up and ready to find first blood. As it
Back potential considering how favorably the
bottom lane,
were going to go.
Yeah, should be brought down. Xavier some force. They do have
full
quite
stick
some
charges,
way to
though.
find the kill, and
Didn't use it. Think off and just continuously running at your back lines. The other, again, way that I talked about in the draft to deal with that is just turn around with the rest of the heroes and burst him down.
Yokam, get the deny.
Deny?
Ooh,
Hey.
nicely done. It's going to be Nigma Galaxy C to make their own move down bottom as well, as in your dream. It's going to look to posture defensively,
He's
just
best
to...
poke.
Here they come.
Again,
A
he
counter
doesn't want to
smoke
just
though.
leave,
Lelouch and
right?
Mavis on the low ground. Polison's only going to find the one. They'll look to blow up the Shadow Demon to start with both their ultimates, but what's the price to pay? As Polaris can just easily move on over.
Coming through from Force.
Just go Ravage at the ready. Shadow Demon behind him as well to be able to prevent the boat. Great timing from Navis. Once again, a lot of ultimates forced out from the side of Nigma Galaxy CC, and now they have to be cautious as well. As in your dream, it's going to go for a TP, forcing out the Ravage, and well, now Conquer. Get a little bit of extra distance thanks to the cookie. Polison's going to try and land the Earth Spike to provide some space, but it's not enough. They'll lose the Conquer. Now they're going to go back for more as Xavius and Natsumi showing up. The requirement in the damage is now online thanks to the Razor. A 3-for-1 trade. Maybe make it a fourth as well. Or Polison is going to look to turn it back around solo. Drops the finger. The right clicks are enough. And Queen of Pain back to the high ground. But they've lost control of Roche. Lelouch. Still about half duration left on the extra. They have to commit. The heroes all the objective in Roche, but now's the time to go. As Roche is falling, but where's the target? They'll lay down the kisses. It's Mizu jumps over the top. Is able to pick up the Aegis. They've gotten rid of this capability, but Nigma Galaxy C. The heroes are still crumbling. Unable to lock onto anyone just yet. As Mizu, he'll lose the Aegis. But do the rest of Polaris have enough in the tank to go through the second life? As Mizu is out to safety, back towards the triangle. Alacrity cuts down Lelouch. No death profit for this round 2.
Going for that as all. They still caught him with the X marks though.
Force needs assistance and he needs it now, but it's not going to be fast enough. Arena, Mortimer Kiss is used. Very nicely done as Nigma Galaxy C. Nova's coming up shortly. They're going to look to make an attempt on the Conquer. Definitely not the easiest target, as Polison's going to be able to fall. The burst is not there, thanks to Mavis with the save, but they're still able to bring him down. Force a jump in over the top, lands on the Mars. Mizu still is able to get the ultimate off before he dies, and now it'll give Nigma Galaxy C an opportunity to reevaluate how they take this fight. It's down to the east. Alacrity's jumping the Queen of Pain once again, but Xavier somehow still alive. Will charge up the Sonic Wave. Alacrity's going to go for a TP out, but one of the Armor cancels. It's still alive with the banishment as Alacrity's getting drained apart. Is going to look to try and find the angle. You got to prevent yourselves from grouping up as Polison in a vulnerable position at the moment. They'll kite away the Death Prophet. Ravage is now out, utilizing to control Alacrity with the BKBs. No protection. Once again, Natsumi is able to lock onto the Templar Assassin, and they've already lost 2. It might be worse as well. A beautiful play with the cookie will give enough time for In Your Dream to pop the BKB and the boat, but again, the damage from Natsumi is too much to handle. They're diving deeper. Screw T1s, screw T2 and T3s. Let's go deep inside the base, but Mizu, too difficult of a kill to find. Lelouch? What's going on? Bait some rotations, but Mizu's stuck. Polison 2. Can they get one kill at least? All right, Mizu. Well, they cancel both TPs. So Mizu's stuck around. He's going to use the refresher to at least get a kill before he dies.
But no, he just stopped his TP that time, I think.
Oh, my lord, the consequences are drastic at the moment. 2 deaths, as well as what they're doing in a lot of these fights.
I think it's just on the back of Natsumi having a phenomenal game, right? Like,
there's a fear coming into play. He's got enough time to pop the BKB into TP out. Alacrity committing. He's going to be cautious here too. We'll go for an escape and, fortunate at that. Vision on the TA hiding in the tree line. 2 heroes showing down bottom. Let's see what they're going to do with the information. Is Mizu jumping underneath the mid lane? First use of the arena is going to look to blink in once again, but Force, it's not an easy kill at all. We see the Kraken Shell come into play. First Ravage, second, not fast enough, however. They're able to bring him down. Now they'll target towards Natsumi. He's got the Aegis advantage here to look to play around with a shot as well. How can they get themselves set up here for round 2? Lelouch, beautiful timing with the silence. It's going to prevent the spear, but still Razor. He needs some assistance to banishment on Yokem instead. They're unable to protect the Razor. Now Lelouch is next on the agenda, and somehow Nigma Galaxy again come back into another game. They'll be able to bring this towards Mavis. The Shadow Demon unable to get out with his life, but you see...
Shove, he's got 5 seconds on his TP, and he'll be able to get back in time to be able to defend this. So it feels like Polaris, they just need to go all in right now.
I mean, they push real fast with Exo and I. The Storm, Lelouch is going to jump.
Look at that.
They'll tie down the Snapfire simultaneously as well, with the Ravage clipping on 2. Second Ravage, they'll blow up the Templar Assassin, but he's got a buyback available. So it is In Your Dream. A heavy commitment with the first use of the lives, but can they still stick around deep inside the base? As Mizu's gonna fly on over top, dropping the arena, which will give perfect time for Alacrity and In Your Dream just to go to work. 2 down, buybacks forced out. Polaris, can they get any more stragglers here? As Lelouch, or at least get the kill on Mizu, is gonna look to rejoin the fray, but Lelouch, I mean, cheese, Yules will get one of them off, but the consequence, it's too grave here as Nigma Galaxy C should be able to walk it down and take out game 1. Do whatever you can. Keep us alive. Stall the game. Thrones exposed. The G's are dropped, and it's going to be Nigma Galaxy C to hit first in our best of 3.
And something that's good against at least 2 of the cores in the mid to late stage. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, again, something that can naturally build into that Maelstrom, something that provides that blind against...
Before a kill has to be said. As they're going to run it In Your Dream. Arrow finds a connection, but Yokem is still hiding the wings. He's going to have ample time to protect In Your Dream, and it's just a battle of now who's able to posture aggressively and secure the bounties. Even Polison's looked to get involved as well. We've got a 5-on-5 by Dice triangle as Force is falling lower and lower. That's going to be In Your Dream to secure the first blood. Will it cost him his life? Fairy Fire, stick charges too. He'll still end up dropping. A 2-for-1 to start. What a bloodbath we've got. Are we done yet? We're not.
Nope.
Mavis is gone.
Secure the TA, make sure the Void Spirit isn't able to get those runes. And
Lelouch needs
denying it away.
He's actually going to go towards the dire side of the map. The TP out, missed. Oh, what was that damage? It's going to run straight to Mizu. Nice use of the setup, but they get rid of the Nightmare. Mizu's still in trouble as they're locking on top of him inside the arena. He's going to try and juke throughout the tree line, but Natsumi continuing to hunt as the Mars, his health is starting to get stacked back up thanks to Polison's heal, and Mizu, he's still okay. Now on the backline, Forces come in handy. Ravage use, it'll give some extra space for Lelouch, who's still in trouble. Another route, but the Nightmare gives him some distance, and it's going to be Polaris to turn this team fight back in their favor. In Your Dream, still waiting for the level in the ultimate. Nonetheless, he'll go down even if he uses it. They're going to look to overwhelm Yokem under the tier 1 tower, and no one dies on Polaris. A nice encouragement for Polaris in regards that they can shine in a lot of these team fights with their ultimates. As Natsumi, this will be a nice influx of gold if you can bring down Polison. There's still a tier 1 tower, and Now the reinforcements are going to start to show up, so Mizu, just an easy kill on Mavis. Natsumi's still sticking around.
Doesn't have a TP.
Oh, maybe Mizu's going to be dived though. Forcing
It's coming on the courier.
Coming on over. Mizu's goddamn beefy, but it looks like if they can have 3 heroes directly on top of the Mars, they'll get a point-blank arrow. Hollison's just going to have to stand there and watch as Mizu will slowly be brought down. Finally, Natsumi. So much farm across the map. Lelouch might be in trouble. Finds the Yules, but still Mizu waiting with the spear once he falls down. Mavis coming on over. Doesn't use the Nightmare on Lelouch, but it will still give him enough space to run out to safety.
Poor Mavis.
He's, you know, worthwhile sacrifices, the Position 5s like to say.
Seconds. Void Spirit has the Aghanim Scepter and his level 15. That is what they need to be playing around.
Ward placement. Natsumi. Let's see if he's quick on the fingers. He's just going to jump and he finds a connection. But Mavis, perfect placement as well. They're able to keep Natsumi alive long enough, but still the dropping it down to the low ground is not enough distance as Natsumi is trying to find a little bit of a nook, but the Fiend's Grip holding back in your dream through the BKB, but the answer's not enough as they're able to charge down, getting rid of the Phantom Lance, and they'll look next towards Mavis as Mizu finds a double kill. They're going to counter smoke themselves, Mizu. Where's the
arrow
angle?
gave him vision.
Jump straight on top of Xavier's. Force once again waiting on the high ground. A Ravage clips onto 3, but the damage, where is it? Eurocam instantly jumping on forward. The banishment to be able to cancel the Fiend's Grip, and now instantly raiding if they have to disengage. Natsumi is the really key component here. Lelouch, maybe he can get involved and create some chaos to get the PL out to safety. A doppelganger will do just that. Mizu lacking the mana to follow up.
Doesn't even need to worry about Shadow Demon being in the perfect position anymore.
We're going to be able to blow up the Enchantress. Xavius will find the kill. Numbers disadvantage, but Ravage on cooldown. Going to try and target in your dream. BKB back up shortly. They don't have the cheese on the Troll too, and not give him any opportunity to find a kill afterwards. Great use of the Yules. Lelouch is going to try and kite through the Mars Arena. Nightmare even granting him some extra capability as well. Lelouch finally out to safety. BKB completely wasted, but still, Mizu jumps over the top. He's going to compromise his own position at the moment in the river.
Oh, the spell,
but it doesn't have Natsumi up to the northern side. He's trying to battle over with Force. Troll getting some distance. Alacrity playing hand in hand as well. Natsumi, this is where he needs to shine to bring the team back into this game. In your dream, somehow still alive as Eurocam waiting in the wings to protect him with a banishment. Paulison doing the best he can as well, but finally, Troll's going to end up going down. They're looking to kite the Templar Assassin next. After the Nightmare, they'll deal with the first life. Natsumi, is he doing it? Are they bring themselves back into this game? A BKB is still available, refraction on cooldown nonetheless. As Alacrity up to the safety, the high ground. Natsumi, he doesn't give a damn. Mizu's next on the agenda. Once again, Eurocam with the banishment. He can never fault the Shadow Demon with his positioning, and Mizu will finally go down. Polaris, signs of life though. Big Galaxy here, they're going to double back. They've got the vision. Mizu's a really key component. They're going to be able to dangle the life and force the use of the BKB, but now with the backline, Xavius is in trouble. Control lacking. There's a DD bottomers as well. Put your body on the line, get rid of it. They will. Alacrity, whenever DD in the arsenal now. Either team switching their position across the map. Natsumi's in the middle. Mizu, what an arena. Into the choke point, finding 3, but an even better Ravage as well. But where's the burst? They'll look to turn over to deal with Mizu. Eurocam, the banishment's enough to keep him alive. But still, the Crimson Guard, it won't keep him up. So now they can turn, try and deal with the Troll. The Phantom Lancer needs to try and stack up the illusions, and he's doing just that. Demon. They've been able to bring down the Shadow Demon. Natsumi's going to be cautious though. It's Troll, great use of the disarm. Unable to continue stacking up, they found the first root. Now he's in trouble. Mavis, Nightmare, still on cooldown. In your dream, lucky enough with the roots, and they continue to flow through afterwards. And now Force, his life should also be claimed as another root from In Your Dream. Polison's disconnected from the team once again. Lelouch might be able to blow him up at a perfect timing with the Yules. Instantly cancelling out the arena. They still find this big connection, but now with the Ravage. Force jumping over the top of the damage it's lacking. They're unable to follow up, but they need to cancel the Fiend's Grip, and it's there once again. Eurocam will put his body on the line to keep Alacrity alive, but it will cost his life. A 1-for-1 trade, but the buyback is available. Natsumi is going to look to try and target down Alacrity. Refraction dealt with. Where's the detection though? They need some vision, they're not gonna find it. TA more than healthy, and now Natsumi gonna look to try and jaunt away. They've got the Moonlight Shadow. Dire also lacking detection.
Done, and well, if they realize that he's not here anymore, they could definitely look to make a play around this Roche pit. They take it incredibly fast as Alacrity just uses the Tide Hunter's minus armor against him.
He's gonna eat the arrow. Roche about to fall once again. He snatches the Aegis. What a play from the Tide. They're still able to bring their first life down. Natsumi, look at the recognition. He's got to try and target Yorikam, such a key component. A banishment just delaying the inevitable. Lelouch is on the backline too. They've blown up the troll. He's looking for more. Polaris and the next on the agenda. They don't care about the Enchantress Mizu. Unfortunately, a quick blink away. So Polaris, I'm a snatch and grab as Force gets the Aegis. I'm not sure where the Aghanims went though. I think Alacrity got it.
Yeah, it seems that way. And another big play coming out from Forcer.
How they can now posture on the map with the Moonlight Shadow gives him such an angle to take this fight to the Lelouch. He's going to run into the Mars, and Mizu's got Yorikam that's going to leap on forward, but now it puts Yorikam in a compromised position as Natsumi instantly recognizing his job to blow up the Shadow Team, and the rest of the units can deal with the Mars. Starting to drop. Mizu up in 30 seconds. The Lelouch is going to look to make as much space as possible as in your dream. Finding an angle in. He's going to instantly look to jump force, but Mavis waiting the wings to offer some protection. They haven't been able to burst down an initial target, and Alacrity needs some assistance. Can he project out to safety? He can. He's off inside the fountain, but now in your dream as well needs some assistance. He's going to get it from Yorikam, but the Ravage clipping two. Refresh as well, just in case they need the extra use of the ultimate. No buyback on In Your Dream. Tier 4 soon to fall. Are we going to a game 3? Polaris, have they done it? Alacrity's going to have to hope off the back of the rapier, but they're unable to bring down Xavius once again. Another Ravage. It doesn't do anything, but it doesn't matter. Natsumi and Lelouch bringing themselves back into this as the throne's exposed. Mizu's exposed. They've caught out the Templar Assassin. And the both undefeated teams a goal in the distance.
This is what we wanted to see. 40 plus minutes. Things that just completely lock him down that he just cannot get out of. You know, things like the Disruptor, for example. But they're going to go Brewmaster instead. Don't hate it. And, you know, clearly it is a Mizu comfort. I was kind of thinking that maybe...
We've seen... They have enabled the Leshrac in regards bottom. And Mavis needs some help. Natsumi just swinging on over with the Wraith Fire Blast is not enough to keep Mavis alive, and
the Kraken Shell into account. So I feel like, again, it's just so much more emphasis on Alacrity to be the one that actually is able to, you know, take this big body out of a team fight.
Mavis is going to end up getting dropped down bottom.
Playing behind his tier 1 tower. Be a little bit safer with a lot of the farm that he's been able to pick up.
First use of Mizu's ultimate, and still Natsumi, he's lacking his own level 6, but they've got the extra reinforcement coming from Xavius. They're trying to kill off the creeps to find his 6, but they're not fast enough, as they'll get a huge kill on Natsumi, and now they can look to transition this into a secondary pickoff as well, as Mavis drops to the burn on Mizu, and they're not done just yet. Xavius has still got some leap charges to play with, but
it's all about that AoE flash farm fast clear.
Olison might be in trouble. Force, does he have to drop the Ravage here for the Shadow Demon kills? No, Xavius is going to pay for the consequence, and now he doesn't have enough mana too.
Xavius might inadvertently end up breaking this as the Yule Scepter.
Oh, nice.
Catch him out, but not the stun.
He's got a couple more leaps. And Xavius is out here. Maybe he's actually going to go back into the north. Lelouch is running into the Nyx Assassin along with the Lesh, but the arrow, thanks to the setup of the Ravage, enough to blow up the Leshrac, and now Yorikam obliterated as well, thanks to Mavis swinging on over. It's all Polaris down to the bottom jungle as they find 3 for nothing.
Strengths of that with the Spike Carapace AoE, but I mean, I feel like mana burn is very undervalued for what it's going to be able to provide.
Gonna look to reveal the blink up top. Poor old Nyx Assassin trying to find whatever farm he can. In fact, he's healthy enough to turn it back around. Yorikam, a solo kill. It'll cost him his life, a little bit closer to the Aghanims, and honestly, he was 100% dead. So they have to formulate a defense around the Roche area. Mizu Popping the split. Force is going to jump behind him as his age is picked up from Lelouch. In your dream, still got the BKB. He's going to solo down Force thanks to the ultimate. He does get the Ravage off, but it's a wasted one before the death. Lelouch is going to use the BKB to get out to safety, but Mizu, great use of the Primal Split. A perfect target to jump at Polison once again. He's going to be waiting the wings. The burst is there. An even better Ravage as well. It's going to enable them to blow up the Brewmaster. Now the rest of Nigma Galaxy C. Looking to try and get out of the area as best as possible off the back of the BKBs, but they're soon to expire. Polison charged down. Now up the high gonna go as Natsumi will lock onto the Luna. There's no escape for the position one. There's no escape for the bug as well. As Polaris, time after time.
They actually just go a little bit to the north of him. In your dream, he's the one that gets
what are you doing there? Polison's gonna try and protect him, but he's still gonna lose his life. Polo would join him in the afterlife, and Polaris licking their lips. Weren't expecting the Luna. Cam?
What's the setup we got here? Yo,
They're
Cam.
gonna fall off as well, but Force!
Oh, man.
Ravage onto 4, the second Ravage as well. They'll blow up the left strike. It's now gonna be all off the back of In Your Dream. They've got the initial stun on Lelouch, but where's the follow-up afterwards? There's no answer. Polaris overwhelming them throughout the team fight. They're gonna try and bring him down under the tier 2. They'll do so with ease. And now Mizu, the sole survivor, is doing whatever he can, but it's back up to daytime. No more split charges. In the end, a 5-man wipe as Polaris again. On disc forced out, Lelouch gonna jump as well with the backline. They're gonna try and target down the Shadow Demon. They haven't found him just yet thanks to the defensive banishment, but now Lelouch afterwards, free pickings. He's lacking a little bit of the mana, but the quadruple remnant. Lelouch, well, it's plenty of damage. They'll get rid of the Nyx. Buyback's available, but it's still going to be cautious. Splitters there, but he's out to safety.
They just had enough mana to get that last remnant to that extra kiting potential, and they ended up using a smoke just to get In Your Dream
The
out
jump.
of the
Nyx
thing.
Assassin once again is going to be okay. Lelouch trying to target down with the Polaris and Shadow Demon. He's able to do so successfully, but he has compromised his own position. Refresher used out to safety. Mizu is going to try and at least control Force at the moment.
Be careful with his positioning here on Alacrity.
Yo, Cam, does he get the bow fast enough? No, he doesn't. Force jumps in, Ravage onto 2. Mizu's in trouble. And they're still available. Maybe they've overcommitted themselves here. They'll lose the life on the Wraith King. Lelouch is back into the middle of it all. And BKB, oh, the arrow finds a connection. Luna under the tier 4 towers is gone as Mavis is able to jump in, drop the finger, and get rid of the position 1. And now Polaris, they've cracked the high ground. It's going to cost them Mavis, but the Ravage is still in the arsenal. As Force swings on over onto 2. Natsumi standing his ground. They'll target through the left track. It does still fall to the AoE damage, but the price, oh, was ever so dear. Jesus. Wonder doesn't give a damn. Jump in, why not? Such a high net worth lead. Almost blowing up the Nyx Assassin, but still, it'll compromise the Shadow Demon. Now they can look to bring down Yokam. Busy with the second use of the split. Natsumi's fallen pretty low, but he does have multiple lives available. As now they're on top of In Your Dream. A BKB into the TP out. There'll be no cancel, but now it'll just enable Polaris to deal with the rest of the cause. Leshak on the agenda. 100 seconds on the deck. Maybe Mizu next as well. To remain undefeated here in Division 2. What a showing, what a comeback in Game 2, and what a series.
Still haven't had a single team fight where In Your Dream...
Why is he gonna do it to him? Like, you didn't ban the tide, you left it available, you didn't counterpick it, and Force, I mean, he's penalizing them. Time after time, multi-hero Ravages thrown exposed. In Your Dream exposes Natsumi jumping on 4. They've got him rid of the Luna. And Polaris have now finally secured it.
43k net worth lead, by the way, at the end of it all. But yeah, just give Polaris comfort and you will suffer. And